Shalom everybody from Israel. We are experiencing some crazy days in Israel. Not surprising, but you know what I'm saying. Recently, we've seen the blood moon. We've seen, happening after the second Passover. Yes, there is such a thing, second Passover, and we are headed towards Jerusalem Day. Now, if you remember, last year on Jerusalem Day, Hamas fired rockets on Jerusalem during the Jerusalem Day march, and a happy day of marching with joy and flags of Israel turned into a chaos. With sirens in the capital city, with people running to take cover, and it led to the Operation Guardian of Walls, a conflict, a war with the Gaza Strip, with Hamas, with the Islamic Jihad. The day fired over 4,000 rockets at Israel. So we are, again, right before Jerusalem Day. Now, what is Jerusalem Day? Jerusalem Day celebrates the reunification of East Jerusalem and West Jerusalem. It is basically putting the entire city under Israeli sovereignty, where Jews, Christians, and Muslims, finally, all of them have freedom of worship and coexistence. Yes, we see the radicals, but they are, I believe, a minority that ruins it for the majority. First of all, I hope that a war will not break out, but what worries me is to see Hamas's threats, same threats, saying that they will use all of their capabilities against the Jews who dare to march in Jerusalem. Now, it's a crazy situation because the current policy in Israel, again, that's how we Israelis feel, is that Israelis cannot walk with the flag of Israel without getting stopped or arrested by the Israeli police. And why is that? Because if you walk with an Israeli flag, it will offend the Palestinian passersby. Now, since when do we care about who does our flag offend? Israel, the existence of Israel offends so many radicals. Are we gonna say, oh, let's cease to exist because it offends people? While Israelis, you know what? Take a look at this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's so important, especially in our times, to stay connected to the real news, to the truth and the facts that are coming from Israel. Because what's happening in Israel will affect your country as well. So subscribe to stay connected. What we just saw is the deputy mayor of Jerusalem walking with the flag of Israel with his people in Jerusalem, while a Palestinian teenager came and grabbed the flag from his hands and started to beat him with the flag of Israel. Now, who did the Israeli police arrest or stop? The deputy mayor's people, not the Palestinian teenager. We have a stupid, ignorant policy of containing hatred, containing terrorism, instead of fighting it back with an iron fist. Because while Jews are so limited when it comes to flying and waving the flag of Israel, Palestinians do it freely. They wave the flag of the Palestinian Authority on Temple Mount. And not just this flag, they also wave the Hamas flag. They hold huge banners of Hamas and Islamic Jihad calling for terrorism and inciting more hatred and more terrorist attacks on Jews on Temple Mount, the third holiest site in Islam and the most holiest site in Judaism. Now, while they are doing that, if I dare to wave the flag of Israel on Temple Mount as an Israeli national, an Israeli citizen, I will get arrested and banned from going on Temple Mount. Is this fair that in my capital city, I'm not allowed to wave the flag of Israel only on certain days, especially in the old city? This is insane. King David made Jerusalem his capital, the capital of his kingdom, in the year 1000 BCE. I wonder what would King David think about today's situation. I believe that he would say that we need to fight them back with an iron fist instead of containing it, instead of trying to appease the Palestinian Authority. Now, Jerusalem has never been the capital of any other people but the Jewish people. We have had the 2,000-year-old dream of returning home to our capital. The city of Jerusalem was reunited in 1967, and we said this, the famous phrase of the Temple Mount is in our hands. Many Israelis believe that today the Temple Mount is no longer in our hands because Jews are very limited when going on Temple Mount. Jews can go only on certain hours, only from a certain gate, while all the other Muslim worshippers can go from all of the other gates. We are very limited. We are surrounded by police. We cannot worship with our lips. We cannot sing. We have to walk on a very limited route, while they can do whatever they want. They throw rocks at Jewish worshippers from Temple Mount. They have no respect to the Temple Mount. But this is a whole different problem. It's the result of the peace agreement with Jordan that we have allowed it. I believe that this is a huge mistake that should be fixed because there is no place in the world where our holiest site is being managed by a foreign country. So this is just absurd and unacceptable. But this day that is coming, this Sunday, I hope that it will not lead to a war with Hamas. And let me tell you something, radicalism has no future in the Middle East. And yes, I believe that we should fight them with an iron fist because peacemakers will inherit this land and we should not contain radicalism. So pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May we not see a conflict and may we see an end to this ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict.